Today we're going to look at how to use a program called Quizizz. It's completely free and students don't have to create a login to use it. You can use it as a formative assessment tool for your students. It has an engaging interface using memes, and it can provide you with real-time data while your students are playing. So let's get started. First, you'll need to pull up your web browser. I'm using Chrome. Then, type in Quizizz in the address bar and hit enter. Now you can scroll down and click on Get Started. There are some public features that you can access without creating an account, but they're pretty limited, so we're going to go ahead and create accounts today to get full use of the program. So let's click on Sign Up and then enter the required information. You'll tell if you're a teacher, student, enter your email address, choose a username and a password. And while you are signing up, I will log in. Now once you've signed up and you're finished entering the information, you can click on Go. Now we're back to the same screen from before, and we're going to start by just searching what's already out there. Later, we'll work on making our own quiz. So think of a topic that you're working on with your students and type it into the search bar and press enter. My example will be to use equations. So depending on your topic, hopefully some quizzes came up. And as you're scrolling through them, you can see who made it, what grade level it's recommended for, and when it was created. Then you can also see the number of questions included in the quiz. As you're scrolling through, you can see that if you hover over a quiz, then a preview of the questions will pop up on the right side. So go ahead and look through your results and choose one that you think would be appropriate for your students. I'm going to choose this I Heart Math quiz. And now we have some options. You'll have to decide if you would like to play live or assign for homework. The Play Now option would be used if everyone is going to be working on it at the same time while you're monitoring from your computer. The homework option would be better for stations or a quiz that you wanted students to be able to complete on their own time. So I'm going to choose homework this time. Now we have some options here. This is the only option that's different. If you choose homework, you have to choose a due date. All of these options below are available for Play Live and for homework. They're fairly self-explanatory, but there are a few that I want to point out. The Show Answers and the Show Quiz Review allow students to see what their mistakes are, which is great for feedback, but it could cause some problems with cheating. So depending on your assignment, you may want to turn those options off. In game settings, Show Memes is the way that students are told if their answer is right or wrong, which I think is a great feature for quizzes, but you may find it to be distracting. You can turn that one off also, or you can click on Select, and you can choose the type of memes that your students would see when they get a right or wrong answer. So I'll choose heroes and villains here. Okay, and once you're done with the settings, we can all click on Proceed. Now you receive a code that you need to provide to your students so that they can access the quiz. Here are some brief instructions that your students will need. It's really very simple for them. They type in joinquizizz.com and then they type in the code and they enter their name and they're ready to start playing. So if you chose Play Live, then you won't see this exact screen. You'll have a Start Game button that you're not able to click on until a student actually enters the code, and then you can begin the game with them. If you chose homework, then your assignment is already live, and once students start playing, you'll be able to see how they're doing under My Reports. Okay, so at this point, this is all we can really do with the quiz that we selected from the search without giving the code to students and seeing them play it. So now let's learn about how we can create our own quiz. Okay, so everyone click on Create. And you'll start by naming your quiz. I'm just going to call my quiz sample. You can also click here if you want to add an image. You can change the language. There are a number of different languages. And then you can decide between public and private. I would keep mine as public so that when other people are covering the same topic, then they can search your quiz and use it the same way that we just searched one. Okay, so now we can click Done. And on this page is where you enter your question. You have to enter at least 2 answer choices, but you have the option to enter up to 4. So let's stick with math, and I'll start with my first question here. 5 plus 4 equals, and you can create your own questions here and some answer choices. So I'll put 9 first. That's the correct answer. So I'm going to click here on incorrect and change that to mark 9 as the correct answer. Then I'll put 20 and 11 and 15. Okay, so I've created my question. If I need to add an image, that's an option. Maybe if you're a math or science teacher and you need graphs or other types of diagrams, you can add an image, either uploaded from your computer or from a website. You also have some options with the different colored fonts and an equation tool here, again for the math teachers mainly. Okay, once you've created your question, it's already saved, and you can continue clicking on the new question button until you've added all the questions you would like. Once you have all your questions added, you can click on the green finish button in the top right corner. And we're almost done here. At this step, you'll simply select your grade level. Okay, so maybe we can say that this question would be appropriate for first and second grade. You can also narrow it to just one grade level. And my subject would be math. Topic, I would say basic operations or arithmetic or even early math. And then you can also choose to add tags here that will just help people search for your quiz easier. Okay, and the last thing you will do is click on Finish and Create Quiz. And we're now back at that page where you're just going to choose between Play Live and Homework and decide how you're going to assign your quiz to your students. So I hope that this was a helpful video for you, and that if you're interested in using a new tool to provide engaging formative assessments for your students, that you will consider using Quizizz.